In this tutorial, you'll be learning the technique you can use to make this beautiful V neckline design with collar. If you are seeing this video, please kindly like this video. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, share this video so that it can get to people who really need it. Alright guys, let's start. So the first thing you are going to do is to cut out the facing of your neckline. So the width of the front neckline was 3.75 inches, while the depth was 7.5 inches. It's a V neckline, okay? So for the back, the width is also 3.75 inches width, while the back depth neckline was 1 inch. Okay, so you can see that the width of the facing and marking at the shoulder point was 2.5, while at the down point was 3 inches. So I'm just going to cut it out like so. Then I'm going to remove the bodies and I'm going to remark the width and use my ruler to shape it out like so. So once you are done with that, you are going to cut your facing out, okay? So having done that, I'm going to open up my front bodies. Then I'm going to place the front facing, right side facing each other. Then I'm going to pin this down. So I'm going to get the previous one that I made. I'm just going to measure the extension of the collar to the V neckline at the front, okay? So I measured it, it was 3 inches. So the collar extended to the V neckline at the front by 3 inches. So I'm going to mark 3.5 inches on my bodies like so. I'm marking 3.5 inches is because I've not join the shoulder yet. Once I join the shoulder, we are going to have 3 inches left. So I'm going to notch that point, okay? So I'm notching that point by ½ inch. I'm going to notch it by ½ inch. So when I'm joining the facing to the front neckline, I'm going to start from that notch and stop at the other side of the notch. So once you are done, you can just notch round and flip it in, or you can as well flipping the seam allowance to the facing side and stitch just like you are saying. You can just flip the seam allowance to the facing side and stitch at that seam line, okay? Once you are done with that, you can just fold in and iron. So once you are done, this is what you have. Can you see the parts that we did not turn is just coming out? So those parts that you see is where the collar is going to sit, okay? So I've already joined the shoulder of these bodies excluding the facing. You can see that. So the facing is going to cover up the extension of the collar to the V neckline at the front, okay? Yeah, so let's proceed to measure what we have left at the neckline. Okay, we are measuring what we have left, the parts that we did not turn with the facing. So whatever you get, you are going to use it to cut out this long strap. So the gum stay, the stiff is going to be the exact length of your collar. So I'm using the width of 1 inch for the gum stay, while the material was 2 inches, okay? So you are going to add extra 1 inch to the exact width, to the exact length of your collar, okay? You are just going to sew that 1 inch back, ½ inch on both sides, okay? So the reason why I'm using this plain material is just for the inside, just like I showed you. So I'm using the plain material to turn it, so the plain material is going to be facing the inner part, while the material itself is going to be facing the outer part. So we want to make that curve, okay? That curve you see that at the front neckline, at the collar. We want to make it so after stitching the upper part and the side, after stitching the seam allowance so that it can be the size of the collar itself, just mark 1 inch inward from the seam allowance at the side. Can you see? Then you are going to use your curve ruler to make that curve just as shown. Okay, it's very understandable. Once you are done with that, you are going to go to your sewing machine and you are going to sew it down. Once you sew it down, you are going to trim like so. So after trimming it out, you are going to turn it. So once you turn it, you are going to top stitch. Okay, you are going to top stitch round. So once you are done top stitching, this is what we have. The next thing you have to do is to notch the middle part. You are notching the center point. So this center point is going to sit at the center back. Okay, so this place you notch is going to sit at the center back while joining. So I'm going to measure what I have from one shoulder seam point to the center back and from the center back to the other shoulder seam point. So once I ascertain what I have, I'm going to go to that collar. From that center point of the collar that I notched, I'm going to measure in what I have from one shoulder seam point to the center back, just like you're seeing. So I'm also going to measure what I got from the other shoulder seam point to the center back. So I'm measuring it because I want to notch that part. Okay, so once I measure it, I'm going to notch that part on my collar. Okay, what I got from one shoulder seam point to the center back. Okay, so the notch I make at the center of the collar is representing the center back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to notch that point. Okay, the reason why I'm notching it is because I'm going to fold in that point. Okay, I'm going to fold in that point on the neckline. So I'm going to join it and fold it in, like I'm going to cover it up. Okay, while the other part will be joined like that and the facing at the front will cover it. Okay, just look at what I'm doing, you understand more. So I'm grabbing the middle point of this collar and I'm joining it to the center back neckline. Okay, so the material is facing the right side of the center back. So I'm pinning it. I'm making sure that it rhymes. Okay, the notched part is rhyming at that shoulder seam. Okay, the notch part on the two sides of the collar, it must rhyme on that shoulder seam. Okay, so make sure that when you are joining this, make sure that your shoulder seam, you are flipping it to face the back and not the front. Okay, so in what I'm doing here, I think I made a mistake of flipping it to the front, but you must flip it to the back. The shoulder seam line, you must flip it to the back while sewing. I think it will enable easy sewing and easy relaxation. So once I'm done joining, you can see how I'm covering this up. So that notch will make it easier for you to cover it up. It will have a neat finishing. So the totality of the back neckline will have a neat finishing, and the extension, that 3 inches that will extend to the front neckline, we are going to join it like that and use that facing that is flipping out to cover it up. Okay, I hope you understand what we are doing here. So I'll go ahead and sew this down. Okay, so once I sew it down, you see how neat it is. So the totality of the back neckline now is very neat. We are left with the extension that will go at the front. So you are just going to quietly join it. Okay, quietly flip some of the parts that are hiding out and join it. This is technical, but it's also simple. is technical, it's also simple. Make sure that there is no ruffle at the shoulder point, there is no, so make sure you stretch out everywhere. Can you see? So just quietly flip out the remaining parts and join it. Okay, it's technical, but it's quite simple. So can you see what I'm doing? So flip out the remaining parts and you are going to go to your sewing machine and you are going to join it. So I will go ahead and join it right now. So before you join it, make sure that there is no folding part. So once you join it, can you see how it is? So the facing, we are going to use the facing to cover up those rough edges. Can you see how I'm doing that? So we are going to sew that and turn it. So can you see the reason why I said that your shoulder seam, you should flip it to be facing the back part while sewing? You can see that my own was facing the front part. So the reason why is so that I can be able to use this facing and top stitch on that shoulder seam so that it can last well, but I still find my way around it though. Yeah, so can you see what I'm saying? If the shoulder seam was facing the back, it could have been more beautiful, but I still find my way around it. So just use the facing to turn the rough edges, then you are going to flip it, and that is it about this beautiful tutorial on how to fix your collar that was extended to the front neckline, front V neckline. So this method is quite technical. We also have other method in which you can just cut the facing for both the front and back. Once you join the collar, you can use the facing to cover up everything, but this is another technique. We have different techniques in sewing. Alright guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel at this point, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe to my channel. If you've watched till this point, I know that you must have hit the like button. So what I'm going to do is just to measure the strap. You can see the design in the front of this neckline. I'm just measuring it to ascertain the length I'm going to cut out. So just cut out 2 inches width, fold in ½ inch on both sides, and the length should be what you measured. Okay, I'm just going to place it like so. First of all, I'm going to join the smaller one so that I can use the longer one to cover it up. So this strap is going right under the bust line, so I'm just going to stitch it just like I place it, and this is the finished look, guys. So you can also see how the inside is looking. The inside of this neckline is also looking very neat. Can you see that? Alright guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.